Hello all, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to give a really quick review of how the RFID system has been working thus far and to talk about some of the problems that we have had. And ultimately, most of the problems we have had have centered around our tags, and I'll show you here. This is the typical type of tag that we are reading. I have an RFID reader right here, and I'll show you that we get an image of the bird pop up here when it comes into view, and as you see the signal strength decrease, it goes away. But when we put it back here, this does not, you see it takes a second to read. This is not the strongest read, and if I hold it at least this high up, you see, if my elbow isn't in the way, it kind of leaves the screen. So in working out some of the problems, we've realized that these tags, I really like these tags, but once we started ordering more tags, that they have their issues and they don't have the strongest signal as possible. So we had a few things to work out to figure out whether or not we had reader issues or tags issues. We were about at 90%, meaning we were getting about 90% of the birds read. Which was, while the system still worked, it wasn't acceptable, at least for me, to have, you know, an unknown status, or at least to have a wrong status on some of the birds. So I got some more tags, and I'll just show you a little bit how reader or tags work anyway. As you see, as soon as I bring these three tags over, you see that they are red over here, and in this grid we have literally 3 different images that appear, and each image represents a bird. So I'll try to get some of these out of the field so that they don't read, and we'll just see the one that reads, which will be the strongest one, and that is this tag right here. We get the information as far as the EPC code of the tag and the signal strength, and it is a strong green because it is reading this tag. These tags will read at a fairly good distance, and I mean, I'm over here, I'm out off screen, and it's still within the the strength of the reader. So these are some really good tags. We have so we've kind of moved over to I've replaced so far 2 tags that were giving us issue, and we've been at 100% since we've replaced these those 2 tags. This tag has a tie wrap that attaches to it. These are all 8 to 900 megahertz UHF tags that work with these 8 to 900 megahertz UHF readers. So just to kind of give you a rough idea of how this thing works, or at least how sensitive they are, because a lot of people ask me that or wonder that. They think of RFID as the same sense of maybe a card reader you may have, to where you have to swipe it, you know, typical access control that we deal with. But I can tell you, this will read a group of tags at a considerable distance and a considerable speed moving across the reader. So this is for a high tag population and long distance reads. In fact, the way we have our chute worked out, we have to limit the power of the antenna so that we don't read birds when they're not in the read range that we want. So in either event, just wanted to give you a quick update on that and to show you a little bit of how our tag reader works here, at least on this, and this is pretty much what we are using in the field right now, are these Alien 9650s. They're pretty good readers, even though they're old. They're very, very old. So what I've come to find out, as long as I get some decent, more modern tags, they seem to work pretty well at a good distance. So far, I've had to replace 2. You can see our old tag here as a comparison. I'll see if I can get it as close as I can. This tag is a really decent tag. You see it's a little weathered too. I mean, this thing is going, well, it's pretty dark in here, so maybe you can't see. But I thought it was a really durable tag because it's rubber coated, and the you know, the antenna is inside of it. But it also does not work when it is at a certain angle, meaning it won't work curved. It has to remain straight. These tags are relatively hard, and like I said, they have the tie wrap attached to, or the zip tie attached to it. So we'll see how these work out, but so far their signal strength is incredible as far as how far they read. So little bit of nerdy, geeky stuff just to update on how the system is working. But so far, it is working like a champ. This is this screen right here is actually showing the system, the program live as it's working. So. Am I still recording? Okay. This screen is showing the system live as it's working. So that's about it. Have a good one. Enjoy. See you.